What's up, fellas? Today we are going to talk about the Vexus VX20. Everybody knows I have got an AVX 2080 sitting on the carport. I've been fishing out of it for a little over a year, and I love my boat. We know all the attributes. I've done enough videos on it, so everybody knows how I feel about it. Today's going to be a little different. We're going to talk about the Vexus VX20. I was able to get into it last weekend with a friend, and just a few thoughts. This is going to be a quick video. As I'm able to fish out of one a little bit more, I'll do some more videos. Maybe I can even get into a VX21 at some point and check that out. Anyway, first thing I want to talk about is the hole shot. We got in the boat, cranked it right up. It's got a Pro XS 250 on the back of it, and we'll go out, take off. The hole shot was pretty good. I'd say for a boat that size, it's pretty good. It wasn't AVX 2080 good, where it's really no hole shot, just a rocket out. But I thought it was fairly respectable. I didn't time it, but it came out pretty good. I'd say I would call it average for a boat that size. It was faster than my 520 came out of the hole, but 520 was pretty slow. As far as speed goes, I thought the boat could have been a little bit faster. It ran about like the AVX 2080 as far as the speed. My 2080, I'm getting about 65, 66 miles an hour. The VX20, I got 66 and 67. But one thing I'll say about the 66 and 67, it doesn't take you long to get there. First of all, you still got the low end power, and one thing I'm gonna kind of ease into the ride from the speed. While I wouldn't call it a fast boat, obviously at this day and time at 67 miles an hour. One thing I'll say about it is that 67 miles an hour is pretty consistent. You can run when others don't run. I can tell you that. Just a little example of that. Wasn't used to the boat, so I'm approaching some barge waves, and I say barge waves, or party barge waves, not riverboat waves. I was on bull shoals. Anyway, I approached some waves. I kind of let off of it a little bit, and my guy that was with me, he said, floor it. He said, get on it, stand on it. So I did, and I mean, it never wavered, never bobbled or anything. And he said that was kind of the way that boat is you just don't have to get off of it like you do a lot of other boats. And so far, that's what I can tell. That's true. I'll know more about it after I've ridden in it and driven it a little bit more. But anyway, I was very impressed with the ride. I don't know whether it's the air ride seats, which I thought were just awesome. I expected a lot there, and I got at least as much as I expected. And like I said, the ride's really good. And like I said, I'm not sure if it's the air ride seats or it's the hull design or just what. Probably a combination of both, in my opinion. But I was very impressed with the ride. As far as one more thing that kind of goes along with the ride, the drive, and all that kind of stuff is you can be going down the river or going down the lake and pretty much wide open, and you can turn it, you can cut it either way, and it doesn't skip. I mean, you better be hanging on because it's going to bite. I've never been in a boat that didn't want to jump and all that kind of stuff. Even my 2080 will jump a little bit in those tight turns on the river, and I have to trim it down and make it bite. But this one here, trim it in, don't trim it in, it didn't really matter. It was going to bite when you turned it. So that's all you can ask for. I mean, that would take some getting used to for me, just because I'm not used to something like that. I was really impressed with that. And matter of fact, while we were out there, we just did donuts out there, and it wouldn't skip even doing donuts, cranked all the way around and hammering on it pretty hard, just going round and round and round. Wouldn't jump, wouldn't skip. So very impressed with that. As far as like I said, the layout was really nice, had lots of storage. But the one thing when it comes to that I was just super impressed with, I mean, there's a lot of boats that's got a lot of storage, so I mean, that's good, but a lot of them have that. The Livewell system, it's unmatched. There's nobody out there that's got a Livewell like this. We didn't do any fishing. We were just playing with different options and things like that. We didn't have a lot of time. Got out there right before dark. I didn't get any video of the driving or riding or anything to speak of. If I got anything, I may post it in this video, but I don't think we got anything that's usable. Anyway, getting back to the Livewell, one thing about the Livewell is they're big and spacious, but they've actually got a system in it to where it's got plexiglass underneath the regular lid. And the plexiglass, what that does is it seals off your Livewell, so you can fill that Livewell all the way up to the top. The fish don't slosh around. That's when you hurt your fish on a rough ride, is those fish are bouncing up and down and all that kind of stuff. That doesn't happen here. I mean, that fish doesn't know whether he's on a Livewell or by a stump when he's in here, because it's not moving around any. So it's really good on your fish. You should never lose a fish. You know, as long as you keep your temperature and your oxygen right in the water, you should never lose one in this boat. Anyway, these are just a few of the things I thought about. Just some kind of first impressions, that kind of thing, of what I thought of the VX2080. There's not a lot of videos out here on the VX20. Did I say 2080? It's the VX20, not AVX2080 or whatever. Anyway, VX20. Anyway, not a lot of videos out here about that, so I thought I'd drop one. Just my thoughts on it. If you guys have any questions, we'll drop them in the comments. Like I said before, I will put the playlist of my AVX2080 videos down in here. If you hadn't seen them, check them out. But if I don't know the answer to the questions, I will try to find out for you. Anyway, thank y'all for watching, and I'll catch y'all next time. Bam.